Yes, guys. I hope you're good. I know it's been a disappointing result recently, especially after Middlesbrough. Overall, I think we should have won that game, but we move on, right? So today I'm with Jersey, recording another podcast about Chelsea versus Fulham game. But before we go to that game, Jerry, how confident are you with Mauricio Pochettino? Do you think he will stay from now to the end of the season?
Yes, good evening to Beho. It's been a pleasure. It's been a long time. So it's great to be back. And yeah, so about Mauricio Pochettino, of course, always when we talk, for some reason, this is the hottest topic, right? And I have been very vocal about it. And of course, I have done my research, so I don't shy away, right? Of course, the loss against Middlesbrough was very disappointing. There is no doubt about that. But again, we have to see the holistic picture, which people are not able to see. We already have identified the potential, the capabilities of Pochettino, of the work, 7 year work he has done. 2 years at Southampton, 5 years at Tottenham. If he were a new manager, only with 6 months, 1 year experience in France or Spain or Japan or even England, like Vincent Company, so we can be skeptical, but we know there is a big CV. We know what this manager is all about. He is probably the best proven manager to build a young squad, and he has done it a couple of times. Absolutely, like, of course, even if you have been successful for 5, 10, 15 years, I'm just saying it doesn't guarantee that it will always work, but there is still a lot of evidence that we can be confident moving forward. Again, because of the armchair experts, I have to be ruthless to call the people in the community. I call them the armchair experts. They know a little bit about football. They sit on the sofa or the chair, put their arms, and they record and say stuff. They have completely forgotten the injuries. It's like I haven't ever experienced anything like that in my life. The injuries that we have. No Reece James. He came back, got unfit again. Same with Nkunku. Chilwell is not here. Lavia is not. He came back, got injured again. Like so many injuries. You have a new squad, and then you have a mountain of injuries, and it's reoccurring. It's not helping it. And people say, "Oh, still we have a great squad." No, all of the people that we have are still so new. And sorry about this call in the recording. So let me put it off. I apologize for that. So yeah, so there are so many issues, right? And it doesn't help for a team to integrate and play. Having said that, Pochettino needs to do better. Of course, I'm disappointing how he has done so far. We should have done better. We should be at least seventh, if not above, in the league. We should have beaten Middlesbrough. But the thing is, with every other coach, going back to the days of Sir Alex Ferguson, and people will say it's historic days. Come now, lately in 2015 when Klopp take, everyone gives the example of Klopp. So it took him time, right? If every other manager in Chelsea, if you give example, it's a different situation. A very assembled squad under Roman, a manager, and you have to deliver. People say if Pochettino was working under Abramovich, then he would have been sacked. Of course, I agree with that, but he would have not incorporated the same squad. He would probably had a very strong squad already that was gelled, what was playing together for many years. And so these are all the factors which people do not identify. So to make it short, if Pochettino is given time, a little bit of more time with players coming back, we will see a good pattern of development and results and integration. The whole criticism is that, oh, he's playing Chilwell as a left back. BS. So only if this is so easy, everyone can go and coach. Of course, these things are not perfect. That Chilwell, Cowell, sorry for the mispronunciation. Cowell is playing as a left back. It's if it's that easy, everyone can go and coach. Pochettino's main philosophy is to train them, have a system, and people are saying, "Oh, he has just one way. He can only play power and possession, and just attack, just have a one side, one sided." approach to football. This is wrong. They are not even understanding how many different philosophies he has even used. Teams like against Liverpool City to the teams against other smaller teams like low blocks. And just to make the final point about that, he is not good at playing low blocks, of course. But if you see these last 6 months, he really have struggled. It has to do because of the strikers we have who are not converting the chances. Again, if we have to analyze, we have to be real, we have to see Southampton, Tottenham. Tottenham, 5 years, I always have to go back because this is the biggest proof we have. 5 years, 5 seasons. If you see, stats don't lie. People say, oh, stats lie. No, they don't. If you have stats of 5 years, they don't. If you have stats of 5 months, they probably lie. 5 years in at Tottenham, his side was only second to Manchester City, breaking the low block. Second in 5 consecutive years, over the period of 5 years, if you take the data and the record, he has been very successful at breaking low blocks. So it's not his problem. He is known to be extremely good against low block sides and a little bit struggling, let's say, with Man City and Liverpool because he never had the squad. So the thing is, it has to do with the striker. And I can understand with everything I have said, Pochettino still needs to do better, but it will come. He can still do better. He can still utilize players in a more effective way. I'm not saying that he has been 100% correct, but the thing is, all of the stuff that I've spoken about, it's not helping him. He can only improve. The team can only improve. As an analyst, as a person who knows football, what I'm doing is, or people who are in my shoes will completely ignore in this way, will not put a lot of weight to the results that we have by identifying all the issues I did, because I know in the future the team will improve, integrate, and the team will only get better. So I am very confident, but at the same time, it's a results business, and he must get the results against Middlesbrough to proceed to the final.
Thank you, Jude, about that. Hopefully, the fans will be listening to you. Let's go to the Fulham game on Saturday, which is tomorrow, right? So, what can we do in order to win this game to avoid such mistakes we done against Middlesbrough, I mean.
Yeah, so I'm very confident again. If you see, we have won 5 out of the last 7 games in all competitions. So generally, we are winning. We have been playing well as well. Playing well as of late. Even at Luton Town, we were really good in 75 minutes. And people are focusing on the last 15 minutes. Of course, with the new squad, it takes time. If we were good in all 90 minutes, we would not be where we are. Even with Preston, people are looking at the first half, but I am looking at the second half, what we did. So it's what you want to look at. With Fulham, I will go back because they are not really like defending very deep. They are playing more like in a way that Unai Emery sets up under him. They do play defensively, but they don't park the bus. So they are not like having a low block, as we can see against the game against Liverpool. Even when we played against them at Craven Cottage, if you remember, so they were coming and attacking, and so we got the space. If you remember when Broya and Mudryk scored in that goal, and we were really good. So again, but the thing is that most of the teams have identified that for now that we are really struggling. So maybe because we are playing at home, Fulham can be more defensive. But at the same time, again, look, this will only come. Look, it's very difficult to predict, but generally we are better. We should win because again, we have the same issues and we need to improve on that. Sometimes we are able to do so, on other week we are not. So again, we will have the possession. We will control the game. There is no doubt about that. What happens is, of course, there is a pattern, and I can understand, but that pattern doesn't mean that Pochettino is not good enough or this team will not be good enough. The whole pattern is that we generally dominate the game, have the ball, create chances, we fail to score, and then there is a moment or two where the other team scores on the counter and win the game. So generally, I believe, and I really hope so, that the players will be up for this with more training. And so so there is nothing we have to do that is different. We will of course play in the same system. We will be playing high line and high press in this game, and I we just have to take our chances. I have been repeating this. We have to. Okay, we are not creating chances that we should create more chances. I also agree on that aspect, but if you see, compared to the other teams, we are still in the top 4 as far as creating chances, and we are number 1 at missing the highest number of chances. So after 20 Premier League, if we are the team who has missed most number of chances, then no one can say that, oh, this doesn't matter. Of course it shows that we are not scoring goals. So I hope Roya, who will be playing this game, would finally like, he has the capacity, the physicality. He's a good hold up forward who can hold up the ball. He needs to improve on that. He's good with the head. So it's all about the confidence and the momentum. So I hope with Modric also starting this game, the team will be up for that. And it's very important to win, because we have won the last three Premier League games. Sorry, two Premier League games, and 3 out of 4 in all competition. We should continue on with that. Have the momentum for the home game against Middlesbrough, that we can win and go to the final. And this is very important for both the team and Pochettino.
So, what is your score prediction?
I'll go with a 3-1 win for Chelsea.
Thank you, guys. That's it for the podcast.
Thank
Please
you,
hit the
everyone.
like button.
Please subscribe, like. Tubeho is doing a fantastic job. He is a great analyst. He really understands the game, the scouting, and all the aspects. I'm a huge fan of Tubeho. Please like, subscribe, and share it with your family and friends. Up the Chelsea. Be confident. Think from your mind. Don't follow the trends. Try to come up with a good reason. Try to understand football and think for yourself. See the football, see the game. Try to analyze for yourself, because fans, the people, you are better than the people you follow. You are better than them. So use your own mind. Cheers.